Listen to me. Don't allow them to trigger you. Don't.
Okay. So, what's up, YouTube? I just want to, this just came, it just came to my mind, right? And I felt it was important that I share this. This is just my theory here, but it makes a lot of sense to me anyway. What are we seeing? Like a whole bunch of, like all across, YouTube, right? Is there's all of these people like this, I don't know, prophetic word and tarot readers, right? And everybody that just is they're resonating with you, right? And they're relating to people, and then what do you do when somebody relates to you? You drop your guard, you trust them, and then you're like, yeah, and you tend more to listen to what they have to say whenever they relate to you. It's classic, good cop, bad cop thing, right? I mean, like the good cop, that's what they do. They get on your side, you drop your guard, and then you trust them, and then they get in, right? And then they get you to do what they want you to do. Meanwhile, you have no idea what their agenda is, right? But at the end of the day, they're not going to be there whenever the tower falls, right? Whenever you need a hand whenever you need somebody's assistance, right? And you done blew up every bridge that you had because they told you to, right? Then they're gonna be like, oh, sorry. I don't know who you are. Sorry. Why'd you listen to me, dumbass? So I have a theory here. Why are we seeing all of this on YouTube? Like, every one of these people have a big following. Now, I get it. Part of it is because there's, a lot of people resonate with what they're saying, right? But I feel like they're just opportunists. They know what a lot of people are feeling already. So they're jumping on that and they're exploiting that, right? And there's a reason behind it. This is my theory. There's a big reason behind it. Okay, so let's listen here for a second.
Allow them to cause you to come out of character. Do not allow anger to consume you. Now, this is an urgent prophetic word for somebody, and it's not for everybody. And you must test the spirit behind every single prophetic word, including mine. But if this word is for you, and if you are receiving this word, this is not a coincidence. God is reaching you. Now, I can see somebody feeling very tearful, feeling very frustrated, okay? And you are starting to feel angry. You are starting to feel angry.
Now, you can clearly see she's reading, okay? She's reading this. So somebody wrote this script for a purpose, right? And then she's honing in on somebody who's already vulnerable, right? Because she's narrowing it down to, if a bunch of people are listening to this, well, anybody who's not feeling angry, who's not feeling like that's going to tune out, whatever. But then what's going to be left over are going to be the vulnerable people that are feeling angry, that are feeling exactly how she just described. Sorry, but I'm sure it describes a lot of people at this moment, She's helping to bring it up in their mind, right? She's helping to remind them of whatever they might be pissed off about. Now, who are they pissed about?
Anger. You see, right now you are in a situation where you feel bound. You feel stuck. You're in a situation where you feel like there is no way out, okay? And you see, there's people around you, and the Lord is pointing out very specifically, okay? This word is not for everybody. This is very specific. That the Lord is saying it is your family. They are
It's your family, right? So the Lord is saying it's your family. She's now she's taking these vulnerable people who are mad at somebody, whatever, and she's winding them up, right? And then she's pointing it out. It's your family, okay? It could be any situation, right? And it could just be something that could be as simple as just telling somebody how you feel, and that's how problems get resolved. Communication, right? If you have a problem with somebody, especially your family, you can tell them what your problem is, and that's the best way to work it out. You don't keep it to yourself. And if you're mad, yes, you don't act on emotion, obviously. Don't say anything you're going to regret, but it's important to tell the people closest to you how you feel. How else are they going to know? But what she's doing here is really tricky. It's really sneaky, right? It's getting you to keep it to yourself. It's your family. But listen here, what she says.
Keeping you stuck, they're keeping you bound, okay? They are not releasing you from the situation that you're stuck in, okay? The Lord is calling out, narcissistic tendencies. The Lord is saying, it's pride. The Lord is saying, it's witchcraft, it's confusion.
Now you hear these words, right? You hear these words keep getting repeated all over the place on social media. Witchcraft, spiritual warfare, right? It's narcissism, okay? They've weaponized the English language, okay? They've weaponized these terms.
You see, right now, you can see your enemies, they are rising up against you, okay, in your household. They are interfering with, your peace and your life. The Lord is saying they are not only interfering with your life at home, but they're interfering with, your work, your business, okay, your job. He's saying...
Now, these are the things that are most... people are most protective of, They're most passionate about their career, their job, their life, their peace, okay? They're going to be most passionate about these things, They're most likely to defend these things, and not let it go, I always try to not to sweat the small stuff. If it's not going to help anything, I try to look past as much as I can, unless it's damaging, and it's not doing any good by just letting it go. It's important to call shit out sometimes. But the little shit, come on, let's face it, there's a lot of little shit that we can all just let it go, right? Forget about it. It's just in the moment, and then, in the next moment, tomorrow, the next day, it won't be the case. So when it's shit that's just in the moment, just sometimes you just need to let it go. Forget about it, right? But she's playing on you, right? It's your job, it's your career, it's your peace, okay?
They are interfering with your relationship.
Oh, your relationship, okay. Your friendships.
They are interfering with every possible thing that you're doing.
Everything.
Okay?
Everything.
They're interfering with your walk.
Listen to her.
God. Listen to me.
Listen.
The Lord is saying to somebody, I am causing them to rise up against you.
Well, that ain't very nice. The Lord is causing. Now, I think I don't think she's lying here, The Lord is causing them to rise against you. Now, this is where my theory comes in. I think something's going on with some technology, right? Some foreign entities, whoever they may be, some enemies of the United States and our country. And what are they doing? They're trying to divide and conquer us, okay? Now, if they're however they're putting different ideas into your head, if they have technology that they can push, they can basically tweak your emotions, your emotional state. They can kind of push thoughts, into your thoughts. Just like remote neural monitoring, they can read your thoughts, they can send you thoughts as well. You get thoughts that you don't know where they come from, they're negative thoughts, you don't want to be thinking them, where do they come from? Okay, some people who are weak-minded can't recognize the difference between their own thoughts and outside sources. So I think that there's some really high-tech shit that's being used on the American people right now. It's getting everybody in every aspect to just go after each other, right? To be negative, right? Every group, they're trying to turn against every other group, right? They're trying to bring people together in these little groups, right? They're trying to separate everybody into these little groups, but then they're trying to turn the groups against each other. And it's on every scale, on the smallest scale to the biggest scale. You have major groups like police and the public, okay? Like the government and the people, like the, okay, right and left, black and white. It's, you can't make this shit up. It's nobody can deny this. Every group is seeming to come against every other group when they could easily coexist. There's no reason for the fighting. They're not even interfering with each other, but yet they're coming after each other for no reason. And there's these little influences that you don't even notice, like shit like this, that resonate with you and make you feel better, right? But then what is it doing that you don't even realize? It's causing you to what? To turn away from your family? Don't you see what it's doing? Now, if it is technology, and say China, or say, I don't even think it's China, right? I think if they're saying it's China, then it's probably somebody else. I don't know. But I'm just saying, just recognize this. Be aware of what's going on here. Be aware that there is some outside force, whether it be spiritual, whether it be technology, whether it be a foreign nation, it doesn't matter. The important thing is to be aware that there is some force and influence that is trying to divide everybody on every scale, clear down to the family. They're trying to divide the nuclear family, right? They're trying to get people fighting within the family. I mean, if they separate everybody down to the least common denominator, they can walk right in and take over like that. I mean, they could pull the carpet out at any moment. They could pull the rug right out from under all of us and do it at a time when we're all the most vulnerable, and at the most disadvantaged. Like if they can control the weather, okay? If they can control the weather and we get say a certain Arctic blast of cold air coming down, right? And we get like a 2-week snap of really cold weather where the power goes out and everybody's struggling just to stay warm and keep everybody, everybody's irritable. Plus you're stuck together in the house if it's bad weather like that a lot of times. And then they got everybody bickering and fighting at each other, right? And all you got you got internet in your device, right? And what's that doing? Look, you see what it's doing? A lot of times there's so much of this is what's crazy to me. And every one of them, there are so many of these prophetic words and tarot card readers and all this shit. How do they know all this shit? Where are they getting their information? They don't ever mention it. They don't ever say, well, I have a voice in my head or what? Where do they, I get it that there's people that have, maybe psychic powers and stuff like that, but not this many. Come on. Where do these people all come from? I've watched certain tarot readers, and a lot of them, people are gonna probably bash this and say, no, that they've helped me out so much, and they've done this for me, they've done that for me. Yes, I get it. But what if they look at the big picture? They made you feel better, right? And maybe Maybe they did know your situation. How did they know your situation, though? That's what I'm asking. How do all these people how are they able to be that specific with your situation? And how is it that that feed just ended up right in your feed, right? Don't you find that suspicious? You want to think it's, spirit's controlling your YouTube feed, right? It's spirit is controlling your YouTube feed. Come on, people. This is not, it's not like this has been a thing. This is a new thing. This has not been around forever. Like, this is new. Okay? All these people, they're getting something out of it. So these people everybody is being micromanaged, right? Micromanaged to do this and that, but it's all for a reason, for a bigger agenda. Everybody has to be aware of that. Look at the big picture, okay? Somebody is playing with everybody's head. Somebody's playing with all of our heads, right? You got to be stronger than that and smarter than that and recognize it and call it out, okay? If you got a problem with your family that you're living with, right, and they're making you angry and everything, talk to them about it. Communicate with them. Don't ignore them, okay? Don't come against them. They're not your enemy, okay? The Lord is not telling you to cast away your family, okay? I'm sorry, don't believe that shit. If you're religious and you believe in the Lord and everything else, don't believe in this shit. The Lord, use your discernment, okay? Don't believe in anything of what these people are telling you. Ask questions. That's what you got to do. Ask the right questions. Don't believe me either. I'm just giving you another perspective, okay? I'm not telling you that somebody's coming against you, your family. I'm saying, think about this situation. What is the reason? How does this chick, she has what? 21 hours ago, it's got 602 views. She's beautiful, but she's got 1.73 thousand subscribers, right? And let's look at her channel. This ended up in my feed, right? And if we look at her channel, let's see here. Well, that's been a while. Joined May 11, 2014. But if we look and go back to, well, what did it say here? It said, prophetic chosen one. There's the other chosen one, right? Prophetic voice of the Lord. Fresh words, every platform. Where's she getting her words from? She's reading it from a screen, you can tell. Jesus is the way, right? Now, somebody is using they're playing on everybody's fucking vulnerabilities. These are opportunists. She only has 27 videos. That's it. 27 videos? If we look at the videos, let's look at the oldest video, right? 4 months ago. Serious. Okay. This is my point. 4 months ago. This woman right here has gotten almost 2,000 subscribers in less than 4 months with 27 videos. That's it. All right? By reading off a screen. She's just reading off a screen, playing on people's fucking heartstrings. Okay? And if you happen to be one of these people that, don't feel like you're a sucker, it's most people don't think in these deceptive terms, okay? But you do need to be aware of it, that there are people out there that do. And that's what they're doing, I believe. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. I think that these, there's a reason. I was watching some tarot card readers and shit, and after a while I realized, sorry, but the way that they're able to give my very, very specific situation, I'm leaning more towards they have access to data, my data, or technology that they're using, and it's a whole lot more specific than I think. They might have all these subscribers and everything, but at the same time, it's so specific to my situation because it's literally my situation. and they're literally directing it towards me specifically, and that's why it ends up in my feed, right? That's what I feel. And a lot of the comments are bots, just fill-ins to make it look like it's all these people that she's taught. You know, what are the odds that all these people have the exact same situations? I'm not talking about this one, but there's some other tarot readers that I've watched, and how is it that every single time I watch a tarot reader, they have like my exact fucking situation to a T, right? I'm open-minded. I'm very open-minded, and I do believe in a higher power. Absolutely believe in a higher power. But I believe that you need to think about every situation. Don't just believe an outside source like this. If something else is influencing your thoughts in your mind, that's not you. You know, you got to go within. Don't let something else like this turn you against something, right? That's important. Don't let this create enemies that weren't there before. Don't let this plant seeds that end up turning into, you know, you cutting off your family, okay? Family is one of the most sacred and one of the most powerful things that any community, any group of people, you know, that's the strongest bond to break. That's where a lot of people's power is, in their family and their friends, right? And they're close to their loved ones. If they can separate everybody and get them against their family, they've been trying to break up the nuclear family for decades. Okay? Like, it used to be a normal thing for families to live in the same household for generations, you know? Like, multiple generations living in the same household because they all look out for each other, they all take care of each other. That was normal. That was completely normal. And not everybody worked because not everybody had to work. Some people in the household do the work. Some people work in the homestead. And that's how it worked. Do you remember Little House on the Prairie? Come on now. Everybody pitched in because that's what it took. It was like a miniature community. Each household is your little kingdom, right? In every part, everybody has a role to play, and every part is important. It's really hard for a single person, for every single person to have their own freaking home. I mean, let's face it, it's hard. There's a lot of shit to keep up with, and how are you supposed to do that when you have to work all the time to keep up with it? And every single property, you got to pay property taxes on it, right? You don't really own anything. Nobody does. Nobody really owns a fucking single piece of land in this entire world. Because every piece of land, the government has their hooks in it. And has, you know, they say, well, if you don't pay us this money every year, then we're just going to take it from you. So how is it yours? How do you own it? Okay, it's all by design. It's a system of slavery. The best way to enslave any civilization is to trick them into believing that they're free. And right now, there's a big push to divide everybody and get them, you know, into just the least common denominator, because that's the easiest to eradicate. So whatever it is that's doing this, maybe it is fucking aliens. Who knows? This would be a pretty, I mean, if a higher advanced civilization wanted to take Earth for their own, you think they would combat us with weapons in face to face? Hell no. They're more advanced than us. Think about it. And if they had technology, right? Like synthetic telepathy technology, they could influence your thoughts and your emotions and everything. If they were able to do this and stay hidden the entire time, right? and they were able to control people in a certain way. Well, how would they fight us then? They would basically stand in the background, stay hidden, and have us take out ourselves. They'd have us fight ourselves, right? Because there's something. I mean, we've made up different concepts, and it's the devil, and it's demons, and it's witchcraft, and it's spiritual warfare. Come on now. It's always something, right? And it always changes along with the trends. Whatever most people agree with, then okay, that's what it is now. It used to be this, but now it's this, and it's just, don't you see? There's controllers, there's puppeteers, there's been something controlling everybody for probably thousands of years. You realize how many people go missing every year? Look it up once. You'll be astonished at how many people go missing every year, never to be found. Just go missing. It's a lot of people. I'm telling you, it's a lot of fucking people. I think it's like 600,000 people or something like that go missing a year, every year. Think about how many people that is that just go missing. I'm sorry, but that's crazy. That's crazy. And you have to look at it and put it in perspective. Where do they go? I mean, I'm sure you can account for some of them. Maybe half, I don't know. But there's so many that there's no explanation for it. Where are they going? So many unanswered questions, and then people just kind of, oh, well, it's just one of them things. Nobody knows. Okay, well then why do we just forget about it? Why do we forget about those things so easily that are just unexplained? Why isn't everybody more, more determined to figure it out, to get the answers to these questions? They're important questions, very important questions, because we have a big unknown right now. A big, big unknown is, what is this unseen force that is doing this? That is, it's pointing people in whatever path they want, and it's, I have a uncanny feeling that it's not good. It's not for our best interest. Right? It's like that there's a secret that's so disturbing, and it's just so profound, and so that if people knew, it would change everything. There's clearly a secret that is so important to keep. The secret is so important to keep that you just look at all the stuff that has happened throughout history in order to keep this secret. To keep what secret? We don't even know, right? What's one of the biggest powers in the world? The Catholic Church, right? And the Vatican. And I said this on somebody's stream a couple days ago about it. Why does the Vatican have a secret archives? That alone should just terrify you. The most influential, most powerful group, or the Catholic Church, the Vatican. Most would argue it is the most powerful organization in the world, right? And they keep secrets. They're not afraid to tell you either. They have a secret archives. So why is that? Why would they keep secrets? It doesn't make any sense, does it? Because they have their best interest in mind? I don't think so. And they changed the Bible. How many times have they changed the Bible throughout history? You got what the King James version of the Bible. Do you really think King James had your best interest in mind when he took some stuff out of the Bible and made his version, right? Read the stuff that's hidden, that they don't want you to see. That is the clues that'll wake you up to what's going on and steer you in the right direction as to, do they have our best interest in mind or not? Are they good or bad? Look and see what they've tried to hide, because a lot of it has come to light. All you got to do is listen to your fellow man. Don't believe the bullcrap trend that, everybody just makes everything up. That's not true. A lot of people will make stuff up to get views and likes and all that shit, but there are so many on here that are just trying to share what they know and what they've found and what they've seen for their fellow man, to help wake people up. There's a lot of people that don't give a shit about likes and views and clicks. They're not trying to make money, or they're not, they're just trying to inform people, trying to help people, trying to wake them up, because they see everybody buying into all this bullshit and the programming. But this is, I've had this theory for quite a while, and I believe it's a combination of technology, basically mind control technology, however you want to call it, whether it's subliminal messaging or whether it's the lower frequency auditory influencing. They can influence your emotions, they can change your mood, they can literally just send thoughts to your head in the form of your own voice, so you think it's your thought. And if you're in your emotions and you're not even thinking about it possibly being another thought, and it just, boom, it just controls you. You know how easy it is to mind fuck somebody when they're pissed? How easy it is to get somebody riled up, especially when they're riled up? That's what we're seeing. And we're seeing a whole bunch of people that are doing this, whether they're doing it knowingly or not. They're doing it for some reason, whether they're getting satisfaction out of it. Why are they getting satisfaction out of it? Do they even know? It's weird, right? So maybe these people are being happy because they're doing this. It makes them happy to put other people down. What? Why? It doesn't make sense. That's not inhuman. That's not human nature to feel good by making other people feel bad. That's not human. It's not human at all. So whatever's causing that, we need to be more aware of it. Wake up. Call it out. Pay attention. So when you see somebody, a situation escalating or a high stress level, take a few deep breaths. Point it out to somebody. To help somebody calm down. Help somebody to just, to not sweat the small stuff. And cherish your family. Don't ruin something that the only thing you got. Because when that's gone, what do you got left? And then is your situation really going to be better when you're isolated and you're all by yourself? And then you don't have this pretty girl on the internet telling you what to do. Or telling you, what's her plan from there? Yeah, your family's the enemy, so turn against the enemy, right? And then what? The Lord's just he'll give you instructions at that time, right? He'll tell you what to do at that time, right? Come on, help your family. Speak your mind, communicate. Be good. Or be good at it, right? I'm not ending the video. I want her to play this more, because listen to the subtle hints. Listen to the overall theme of what she's trying to get the listener to do.
I am causing them to rise up against you. Why? Because them rising up against you is going to be the very thing that causes them to release you. You see, in the spirit, something is happening.
Something is happening.
You see, and you need to understand this. We do not wrestle against flesh and blood, right? but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, and against spiritual wickedness in heavenly places, in high places. You see, the Bible says a man's enemies will be the ones out of their own household, and it's true.
That's what the Bible says.
And right now you're experiencing this. You're feeling trapped.
Yeah, because think about it. If the Catholic Church wants to retain their power, right, they're going to come out with a book of rules, right? And they're going to say, don't listen to your family, right? Because that's where your power would lie, within your family. Don't listen to your family. Trust God, trust the church, trust the Lord, right? So that way they have more control over everybody. It's right there. The writing's on the wall.
You're feeling defeated, you're feeling stuck, and you're feeling bound. And you see, you've been patient, but right now the anger is building up and you're starting to get angry. And the Lord is saying, do not be angry at them. Do not be angry at them. Okay? Why? Because it is not them, it is the enemy manifesting through them. And you see, this needs to happen in order for the Lord to take you to the next step, to the next place. Okay? The Lord is saying he's actually taking you somewhere physically. Okay? He is removing you from the situation that you're stuck in right now. He is taking you somewhere physically. But the Lord has given you very specific instructions that you need to follow, right? And the Lord is saying, okay, the Lord is saying, be slow to anger, okay? Be slow to anger and be obedient to my voice and my instructions, okay?
So what does that mean? What is he saying there? Don't argue with your family, right? Keep your problems bound up inside, right? Lock them up and tuck them down, way down deep, push them down and suppress your anger. Don't communicate your feelings to your family, right? He's telling you got to cut them off, right? And then I'll give you further instructions. I'm going to do this for you, right?
Because this is the thing. If you act on anger, there's something that you're about to do right now as you watch this video. There's an action that you're about to take. There's a word that you're about to speak, okay? There's something that you're about to do, and it's not coming from the voice of God, the Spirit of God. It's coming from anger, and it's coming from the devil. He's trying to...
I think it might be coming from some highly classified technology, right? That we haven't been told about. It's influencing your thoughts and your emotions. That's where it's coming from. They had the voice of God weapon, right? Well, if it was very, very effective, if it was that effective, wouldn't that branch out into all these other different technologies? Everything would be the same theme, right? It would just be, it's just psychological warfare. It's not spiritual, psychological warfare.
Push you to make the wrong move. Why? Because he doesn't want God's will to come to pass. He wants to cause delay. He wants to cause delay. He wants to stop it. He doesn't want the Lord to take you to where he is taking you. Listen to me.
It's the boogeyman.
This is not a coincidence.
No, it's not.
Okay? It's not a coincidence that you're coming across this video right now, in this very moment.
No.
The Lord is reaching you. You need to understand this and hear me by the Spirit of the Lord. You see, with every level comes a new devil. You see, right now you're experiencing a manifestation of, the devil through your family, okay? And yes, it's overwhelming. It feels like a lot. It feels like everyone is rising up against you. But this is nothing compared to what is to come. You see, the Lord is equipping you. He is preparing you.
Yeah.
Because in the next season of your life, you're going to be so blessed. You're going to have so much more than what you have right now. Okay?
Right, so you'll be fine if you're by yourself. Go ahead and cut your family off. Cut them all off. I got your back, right?
It's going to come with overflow.
Overflow.
And you see, the enemy is going to build an army to rise up against you in the next season.
I think he is too.
Okay? It's going to be like an army. Okay? It's going to be strangers rising up against you.
You mean like,
okay?
Like
it's gonna be, you know, listen to me. The same people that were helping you in this season, they're gonna turn against you in the next.
Oh, are they?
Listen to me.
Oh, so
you need to understand this.
Everybody's
right now, your family, they're acting as, there's someone in your family specifically, okay? They're acting as a double agent.
Oh, are they?
So sometimes they are like helping you and acting as if they are helping you.
Acting as if they're helping.
But they're not helping you enough to release you.
Right.
Okay? They're just keeping, listen to me. I don't know who this word is for, but it's not just one person.
Why would they be helping you if the point is to release you? If they, you know, if you're going to cut them off, they would save their breath. You know, they help you because they care about you, and it's not to release you. It's to keep you close because they're your family, and that's how it works.
But there's a specific person who is like helping you, but it's just enough for survival.
Just enough.
And you need to understand, like, 1 minute they're helping you, and just as you feel like they're about to release you, or they're gonna help you really move and like walk forward and elevate and, you know, be able to move forward, okay? As soon as they're about to help you move forward, the devil manifests through them, okay? And then they start working against you and they start attacking you.
Yeah.
And it's building up on you because it's like, it's a repetitive cycle. It's a repetitive cycle. And, you know, you're feeling angry, you're feeling bound, you're feeling trapped. But the Lord is saying, listen to me. I am causing them to rise up against you. Why? Because them rising up against you is going to be the cause of the very thing that releases you. And you need to understand, okay, that you cannot trust them. You cannot confide in them. You cannot rely on them. Because right now there's a reason why you have nobody else but me. Because I am the one who is releasing you. I am the one that is setting you.
See, they put it right in your face, don't they? They tell you right in your face what's up. They tell you that they're, you know, they're the enemy. And it's right there. It's all right there.
Free. I am the one that is delivering you from that place.
Oh, right.
Okay? I'm delivering you from your enemies. I'm delivering you from Egypt.
Oh.
Listen to me.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm delivering you from Egypt.
Notice how she keeps saying, listen to me, listen to me. This is a psychological tactic, okay? Because anytime somebody says, listen to me, right? It's a subliminal message. It you know, it triggers your mind, right, to pay more attention to the next words that come out, okay? She keeps saying, listen to me on purpose because she's been trained to do it, or she knows that it's effective.
And right now, you might not understand where you are going, okay? You might not understand, you know, exactly why you are in this location where you are at right now, because whoever this word is for, you've seen a transition. You've seen some kind of movement. But you're still stuck in the wilderness, okay? You're still stuck in the wilderness. Listen to me. And you're still stuck in the wilderness.
Listen.
And you might even still be stuck in Egypt, okay? You might still be stuck in Egypt, right?
In the Matrix, maybe.
But you need to understand this. You need to understand this.
You need to understand this.
Everything that is happening, right?
Oh, she lost her
it's
space.
All going to be pieced together.
She lost her spot. You seen that, right? Where she's reading, she missed her spot.
All going to be pieced together, so that the people that you need in this season help you. The Lord is sending you helpers, but your enemies rising up against you. It needs to happen in order.
I'm sorry, but anyone who is speaking the truth and is speaking from, you know, a higher spirit, or, you know, your higher self, or the Lord, whatever it may be, doesn't need a script to read from. Okay? Like right now, making this video, I don't have anything to read from. this is just right off the cuff. I don't ever read from a script or anything. If I ever read anything on a video, you'll see it on the screen. I'll be reading it from off the screen and you'll see it. Like a comment or something that I wrote. I just improvise everything. I just hit record and just start talking. And if you still, if you subscribe because you can tell when somebody's authentic. You can tell. And if it really resonates with you, you can tell. Don't buy into this shit because she's pretty, right? And she has a sexy accent. Because look at her. She can't even talk to you from her heart. She definitely can't tell. She's not getting messages from Spirit or from the Lord. She's reading from a fucking script.
For your helpers to come through for you. Okay, listen to me.
Listen to me.
There's a specific move that you're going to make, or that you want to make.
Hey, listen to me.
There's a specific word that you want to say. The Lord is saying, do not do it. Do not do it.
I'm going to say, shut up.
Okay?
Bitch.
Be slow to anger, be patient, and be kind.
Listen to me.
Okay?
Wear less makeup. Listen to me. Put less harmful chemicals in your hair. Listen to me. Wear something other than that sweater. You might get more views. Listen to me. Listen to me. Right? Listen to me. Shut up. Jesus.
He is with you. He is reaching you. Okay? The Lord is saying you're going to see a move. Okay? You are going to see a move in the next 10 days.
Really?
Okay? But you need to hold on to my...
What are the odds that we're going to see something happen in the next 10 days? Nah.
My words and be obedient, because if you disobey me, it will not come to pass. In that timing, there will be delay. I love you so much. I do. Peace, love, and blessings.
Now, she doesn't even know you. Okay? She doesn't even know you. Okay? So the prophetess Beautiful Barbie, right? has been making videos for about 3 months. And she's got 27 videos and almost 2,000 subscribers. Okay? So, just be careful what you believe. Okay? Now, I could be wrong. I'm just offering another perspective, my theory. Because what if I'm right? What if I'm right and this is all a very complex, organized campaign, but multifaceted campaign, right? To break us down before they pull the rug out, We've been seeing it all. It's you can't make this shit up. I mean, look, everything that's going on, everything that's happened in the last 4 years. I'm not the only one seeing it, I would have said, 4 or 5 years ago, somebody would have been saying this shit. I would have said, they're crazy, right? You're crazy. But the difference between now and 4 years ago, 5 years ago, we're in a totally different world now. Like, they're getting us conditioned to all of this stuff being normal, and it's not normal. This is not normal. It's not normal for there to be fucking thousands and thousands of tarot card readers on YouTube. Right? And not a single one of them tells you how they get their messages, right? And where they get their messages from. A lot of them just flip cards over, but that doesn't mean that the cards are saying anything. They're just talking while flipping cards. You don't know what the cards mean. So they can say whatever they want, right? And they're using apps, right? They're using apps like the ghost apps, so that certain words pop up. You ever see them ones, right? Well, isn't that funny? I mean, yeah, because a tech company or some foreign company couldn't possibly be listening to you and just inserting words to influence you in an app, right? It's got to be spirits, right? It has to be. Use your discernment. Use your brain. If you've been listening to a lot of this stuff, just take what I said, and think about it before you make any major decisions. Before you cut off your family, before you isolate yourself even more. Before you put yourself in a shittier situation than you're already in. Okay. So, and if you're in a bad situation, you have the power to get out of it and make it better. You don't need the Lord to do it, and you don't need this bitch to do it. You have the power within to do it. You don't, you don't need to rely on the Lord or religion to do it. Have faith in yourself. Have faith in your power and your resolve. You know what you're capable of, and you know you can do it. You just have to believe in yourself, and you'll be fine. So be good or be good at it. Peace out.